Hello folks, we are in the first week of August 2014. It come to mind that I have not done an update on my Motivate Successes channel and page since it was end of June. It was actually the weekend, that was the first weekend of summer for 2014. And Anchor Girl and I were going out for our first long-term voyage on aboard Boogaboo. And yes, I know it always seems like we're on summer vacation every time I show you these videos, but this time, it's actually true. We are on summer vacation. Wow. And this time we're coming to none other than beautiful Finland Falls, Ontario. We are staying at the bottom of the lock. I can give you a quick shot of that. Hopefully it's not too bright and that picks that up a little bit. So yes, Debbie, when you watch this, we are again at beautiful Finland Falls, Ontario. Anyways, quick update just to let you know while the barbecue's going, we have, yes, fresh vegetables thrown on the barbecue. Anchor Girl's having some fresh potatoes, and we are each having lean beef homemade burgers that Anchor Girl lovingly prepared. So here we are. Quick update is what's new in my health situation. Getting better every day. Like I say, we're on summer holidays right now. We are at the tail end of 3 weeks traveling the entire Trent Severn Waterway, just on our way back from Trenton, Ontario. For any of you who want to look that up, where we are in the world. So the good vibes and the good music of Tiki Island Radio, I don't know if you can hear that, it's playing in the background. And my quick update is why I'm feeling a lot better. During this past 3 weeks, Anchor Girl and I were just discussing how well I have been feeling lately. And I only had one off day on this entire voyage so far. And that has been only limited to, it was about 5 hours. That's actually the day that we left Trenton, Ontario. And we started heading northbound. And it was a little bit of nausea, a little bit of off feeling, a little bit of brain wasn't working quite all together, and tired, which is, the fatigue is a big thing. So we simply stopped at Lock 2, which is just a hop and a skip away from Trenton, Ontario. I had a quick snooze, and we were back on our way. By the time we hit Lock 3 or 4, we were doing the Macarena, because I cranked that up on the stereo as we're coming to the lock. And Macarena. So anyways, what precipitated this whole conversation and this update is Anchor Girl asked me how I'm feeling on my latest supplement, which is Q10. And my answer was beautiful. She knows that. Now Q10 is apparently something that we all have in our bodies that we start to lose when we get into
the age of 50.
There you go. So when we get into our 50s, that starts sliding downhill. Whatever is Q10 is something that the body doesn't produce, metabolize, whatever. Ask Nurse Betty.
I can't remember
what it was. Anyways, looked it up and it was all good. And this, a lot of the information that...
Fatigue was
right.
a big thing for Q10.
But
if you're low in Q10, right, you can have a lot of fatigue.
Right, but again, Q10 is something that our body naturally produces, metabolizes, whatever, and we stop doing that. Reduces.
It can slow down.
Yeah, after 50. Yeah. So that's something that probably affects all of us as we get older, and maybe some of you might want to look into as well. But what I was going to say is a lot of the information that Anchor Girl / Nurse Betty gets from is through a Dr. Terry Walls. Somebody that we've been following for the last couple of years, since the onset of this entire story. And she is a medical doctor who was diagnosed many years ago with MS. She had a pretty severe, she was actually wheelchair bound for a while.
For a few years.
All right, for a few years. And the thing of it is, she was just exploring regular medical channels to try and find some relief from her suffering. And of course, like I told you before, the doctors want to push pills and drugs and that. Yes, I'm still drug-free up until this point. And so I think she was on medication, wasn't she?
She was on medication.
Yeah, she tried that whole therapy and it just
She's
wasn't...
still on medication.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I
She
didn't
still
know that.
takes a form of medication.
Okay.
I'm not sure what she's on.
But what she did was develop the Walls diet and
Yeah.
the Walls approach. To,
Right.
You know, the health
For
eating,
the-
the good food, and
the
everything
diet.
else. Yeah, the diet is a big,
Is
big
what
part.
helped her, not
Right.
the medication.
Yeah, and you know what? Just let me just steady the camera there a bit. Sorry. We were just recently. We stayed at a marina as you know, transient boaters, just overnighting, and we were talking one evening till all sorts of hours in the night with people who had the boat there, have the boat there year round, and the topic of conversation came around to gluten for whatever reason, and he and I talked about suffering from the bad stomach. I'm going to say it out loud. The shits. I used to get it really bad. No, hey, it's YouTube. We can say whatever we want. Anyways, I used to get the shits really bad, and there was so many areas that we explored what it might have been. Anyways, lo and behold, gluten was discovered as a major contributor to people who have neurological disorders, so that was taken out of my diet 100%, and as a pleasant byproduct, my stomach problems have cleared up 100%. It is actually a pleasure for me. I'm saying this out loud to you. Yes, you out there, the television audience. It's a pleasure for me to have a crap now. No, don't be like that. You know what? We're traveling, like I say, all the way to Trenton, Ontario and back. A voyage of almost 400 miles. So, of course, we're traveling a lot through the day with the boat driving. And it used to be, oh, I gotta go. We would have to stop at a lock or something, tie up the boat, and I would hit the public washroom because it ain't gonna be wham bam, thank you ma'am. We're out of there, we're on our way to go. No, I'm telling you, this was a 10 or 15 minute ordeal. And it was more often not very pleasant. And on top of that,
And never ending.
it was never ending. If I had a bad day, it was a bad day with the shits. My stomach was upset, and I was going like 5 or 6 times a day. And I'm just looking across the water.
Where you couldn't go to work.
Beautiful blue heron just landed there. Yeah, some days I could not go to work. It was so bad, honestly, that bad. So we were trying to avoid different foods, and lo and behold, like I say, getting back to the whole
Different
glue story.
spices.
Thought it was spices, onions, tomatoes, blah, 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 blah. Oh, apple juice, orange juice. And I would cut out stuff like that for days and weeks at a time to see what it was. And as a matter of fact, I was poisoning myself because if I was having a bad day,
You'd have bread.
yeah, okay, no, I don't want anything. Just make me a sandwich. Just give me a few slices of fresh bread with butter on it. It was only making the condition worse. Did not know that. So, as a pleasant byproduct of cutting out gluten, healthy stomach. Now we can travel on the boat. I'm driving most of the time, 99% of the time I drive the boat, even out in open water. So I would just hand off the wheel, the helm, to Anchor Girl. I'm going. I gotta have a quick woohoo on the way, and I would be back up and driving the boat within 2 minutes. Literally, it's just like, you gone already? Done. Clean, dry, out of there. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Just saying. So this is what I was talking about, the couple in at that particular marina that I was mentioning. So he's looking into it himself. He has the same problem, suffers the same way. So just saying that for gluten. Look into it yourself and learn. Also, Q10, see what it might do for you. I'm feeling great. It's all good. The burgers are starting to smoke, so I got to get back at that.
I don't want them burnt. They're burning.
So thank you from Benland Falls, and thanks for following. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, leave a question. Cheers.